and welcome to Unique Not Different with me, Shamla. And today I have a very special guest, well, actually, guest. And, due to the impact of COVID 19, it has affected, a wide array of, segments and has altered the goals of different initiatives. So today I have the CEO of Digicel Foundation, Penny Gomes, Miss Penny Gomes, and I also have the chairman of the Special Olympics of Trinidad and Tobago, Major David Benjamin. So I guess I will start with Miss Penny Gomes. Um, in terms of Digicel Foundation perspective, right? Um, with Digicel Foundation being the premier um, the premier foundation that targets persons with special needs, persons with disability. How has that? Why has the disabled community? Why has the foundation chosen the disabled community as its premier form of sponsorship? One, and how has not the mandate per se, but the goal has changed in terms of because of COVID 19? How has the goals changed in terms of initiatives?
Right. Thank you very much, Shamla, for having me on, and good morning to all your viewers and your fans. Um, I tell you, this has been an interesting year for the Digicel Foundation. We have always, from the onset, considered ourselves the corporate champion for persons with special needs. In fact, Digicel, before the foundation was formed, the Special Olympics of Trinidad and Tobago, that was our very first sponsorship. I always tell Major Benjamin that. And when the foundation was established in 2012, we just took over that sponsorship. It's been important to us because it fits very nicely into our mandate to create a world where no one gets left behind. And we did it because we recognized that there was still a lot of people, it was still very taboo, persons who were caregivers for persons with special needs. We did a needs audit and we recognized that people were still hiding people at home. They didn't want to talk about their children or their relatives with special needs. There was still a lot of that, and then even resources that were available to them, they were still very much in need of that intervention. So we came in and we looked at a few areas. We looked at therapy-based education, we looked at sport development, we looked at awareness, and we looked at inclusion. And then, of course, with COVID, we've always had an emphasis in the area of education. With COVID-19, with the pandemic, we recognized that as many as the 34 schools, the main facilities that cater to persons with special needs, they needed not to be left behind when it came to e-learning. So in order for them not to be left behind, they needed, obviously, devices. So we decided that chief among the schools that we would give to would be the 34 special needs organizations. So we're pleased to say that of the 67 schools that we've given to, 34 of them are schools that cater to persons with special needs, and the others are mainstream schools that we've done in partnership with the ministry's Adopt a School program.
And in terms of the Adopt a School program, how has the foundation went about targeting these schools, and what was the impact?
Right. Well, we donated 1,715 devices and 67 schools. We just made sure that we covered all the special needs schools. It was as simple as that. Right. All of them are covered. We went in, we worked with the principals, and thank you so much to the principals who were very cooperative with us on that. They then did a needs audit to see within their school communities those children who did not have, those students that did not have tablets, did not have laptops, did not have a device that would facilitate e-learning. They then got back to us and we just went ahead and ordered the devices. Some students needed assistive technology, so we ordered additional accessories for the devices in some cases. So we worked very strongly, very keenly with those principals, and they did a fantastic job with that. And of course, we've implemented, because it's important as well in terms of accountability and safeguarding the devices. We set up a program. They came in, they understood the contractual obligations because we want to make sure that the items are cared for because it's a device that, it's a piece of technology where things go wrong. We want to make sure
Okay.
that we mind it
Yeah.
carefully. Then SOTT, the Special Olympics of Trinidad and Tobago,
Right.
we normally give them a grant for national games and for the development program. So
Mhm.
they nicely agreed with us, to forego their grant for the development program and for national games and to put that funding along with us into the device program, which we call Connecting You.
Wow, that's
And it's just
amazing.
over, we spent more than $1 million TT dollars on this initiative. So we're very proud of it. It has jump started, I think, the inroad into what we're calling a digital economy and making sure that even within the special needs community, that no one even there will be left behind.
Excellent. And Major David Benjamin, with regards to the Special Olympics of Trinidad and Tobago, right? In terms of how has things changed? Because we know that it has been delayed, Special Olympics, and we know, as Penny was now saying, is that you guys did an incredible deed of actually donating your sponsorship towards devices. So how in terms of as a group, how are you all managing in terms of continuing to train and in continuing with this partnership with Digicel Foundation during these times?
Shamla, thank you very much. This year has been extremely difficult for us. We, as a foundation, have to find novel ways of engaging with our target population, persons with intellectual disabilities. We recognize that it's important for us to think out of the box, and thinking out of the box called for us to find, ways of engaging athletes. Special Olympics, of course, is finding or creating opportunities through physical fitness, through sport, to improve their lives and to engage with persons with intellectual disabilities on a different platform. It's a different learning platform for them. And usually that's done in the coaching environment. So the coaches will be face-to-face with the athletes, engaging with them, encouraging them, using that as a building tool to improve their performances and improve their physical fitness as well as their abilities. With COVID-19, we weren't able to do that. And with this initiative through the Digicel Foundation, we found a pathway where we can still engage with the athlete through that learning platform, whether it's through Zoom, whether it's through using Microsoft Teams, whichever platform. We'll find a way of being able to engage with the athlete in their home in a safe space where they're not, we're not gathering in large groups. So whether the coach records a video and sends it to the athlete follows the video, records himself, sends it back to the coach. So there's a monitoring system using this digital platform that we are very happy for. Additionally, it's not only localized. We have international partners in terms of the Special Olympics International body. And from all over the world, coaches can send videos and material so the athletes can use this material to be able to continue their training, continue their preparations for when we are able to engage and to gather and to compete and participate in sport again.
Excellent. And Penny, just in closing, what would you like to say in terms of advice, or not advice per se, but what would you like to say in terms of the impact of special education in particular, given these devices?
It's been important, I think, a while now for education to actually incorporate digital technology.
Right.
And whether it is through the e-boards, whether using devices, and showing the special needs community that the importance of that in a world where everyone, things at their fingertips, and we'll be living, we're getting services, we're looking for everything from health, education, clothing, shopping, groceries, everything online, and using these devices. And I think it has been important for a while now that the special needs community needed to get on track with that, and needed to just really ensure that they were a part of that and participating. And again, through with special education, we are finding that it teaches as well too. It's also about upskilling. So people have now found themselves in a space where they have had to look at innovative ways to communicate and to deliver their lessons. And I think it's really has been, it's unfortunate it's had to be jump started because of COVID. But I think that now that they've started that trajectory, it's going to be a positive one that they're on, so that, going forward, we can say that it's a level playing field when it comes to education in the area of special education.
Excellent, and I think it will bridge a gap between inclusivity and,
Yes.
in general. So I want to say thank you so much for coming and, impacting what you do and impacting the community for persons with disability and in general, vulnerable and disenfranchised community. So thank you, Penny, and thank you, Major Benjamin. I want to say thank you guys for tuning in to this week's segment of Unique Not Different. Until next week, be good, do good. Bye, guys.